Welcome to Yoga with Safilu. Today I'm sharing this short class I've entitled Lighten Up with Lion's Breath. I hope it serves you well. We'll start seated comfortably, just taking a few moments to connect with the body, scanning from the top of the head and slowly making your way down to the soles of the feet, allowing yourself to soften where you notice tension. And then coming to your breath, the breath that will anchor you throughout your practice today. There's no need to control your breath, just simply observing it here, noticing the way your body moves, allowing the breath to flow in and out. On your next exhale, bringing the right hand onto the left knee, left hand behind you for support, as you twist belly, ribcage and chest over to the left. Maybe you take your gaze over the left shoulder if that feels good for your neck. And noticing the breath in this new shape for your chest. Keeping the right hip soft as you sit up tall, shoulders above the hips, twisting the torso gently to the left. On your next inhale, slowly coming back to center, unraveling to face front, and noticing the breath and body. And then on your next exhale, twisting to the right, left hand to the right knee, right hand behind you for support, belly, ribcage and chest turning towards the right hip. Shoulders stay above the hips, gaze maybe over the right shoulder. Staying with the breath. On your next inhale, coming back to center, both hands on your knees, gaze is straight ahead. Keep lifting up through the chest and reaching down into the hips. Observing the sensations in your torso. Coming into bound angle pose. Bringing the soles of the feet together, knees out to the side, so the heels can be as close to the hips as possible, allowing the knees to relax out to the side as you lift your chest up. You can use your hands behind you for support to keep the hips forward and chest lifted as you relax your knees out to the side, noticing the sensations in your hips. Staying anchored in the present with your breath. Easing out of bound angle pose and making your way into diamond pose. So just walking the feet a bit more forward and the hips a bit back, but soles of the feet are still together and knees out to the side. You can take hold of your feet as you lift the chest forward, or bring your hands underneath the knees and then take hold of your feet, still lifting the chest forward and reaching the hips back, staying with your breath, staying in your body. Slowly easing away from diamond pose as we get ready for our first meeting with lion's breath in today's practice. So with lion's breath, you inhale through the nose, and when you exhale, you'll open your mouth as wide as you can. Stick your tongue out as far as you can towards the chin, and then look up as if trying to see the space between your eyebrows. And when you exhale from the belly, you make a loud ha sound. Inhaling as you come into reverse tabletop, ankles below the knees, wrists below the shoulders, hips up high, look up. And as you exhale, hips to heels, mouth open wide, ha! Inhaling back to reverse tabletop. Exhaling, ha! Hips to heels from the belly. Inhaling, hips up high. And exhaling, last one, ha! And coming back up. Observing the breath, observing the way you feel. And making your way back down to sit. Coming into tabletop position for a wrist stretch. Pointing the fingertips back towards the knees, reaching the wrists forward towards the top of your mat. And then anchor this pose by sending the hips back. Flipping the wrists again. And making your way down into puppy pose. Walking the hands forward, walking the legs back, knees below the hips. You can find a gentle tuck with the tailbone and notice the length and space it creates in the back body. Keep your gaze towards the middle of your mat, just so that your neck is long. Observing the arms as you press into the palms of your hands and noticing the tops of your feet against the mat. Slowly walking your hands back, returning to tabletop position as we get ready for lizard's pose, where we'll incorporate lion's breath once again. So this time, when you exhale and make that ha sound, try to make it as long as possible. So step the right foot forward and bring both hands on the inside of the right foot. Left knee is back with the toes tucked. Inhaling, and on the exhale, lift the chest, look up and release your exhale. Ha! Inhaling, coming back. Exhaling, lift the chest and gaze and release that exhale. Ha! Try not to take yourself too seriously. Getting ready for the last one. Make it count. Deep inhale and then let everything go. Ha! And coming back. Observing the way you feel before switching sides. And then we get to do it all over again on the left side. With the left foot forward, right knee a bit back. Keep reaching the left knee forward, both hands on the inside of the left foot. Finding steadiness with the hips and engagement with the core by tucking the tailbone a bit down. Keeping the right toes tucked, rooting down into the hands as you inhale and exhale, release. Coming back, inhaling and then exhaling again. Squeezing it out. Deep inhale as we prepare for the last lion's breath of this practice. Exhaling, lift the chest, look up. And come back to center. Observing your breath. Coming back to that steady, slow breath as we make our way into child's pose. So you can keep your knees together or separate them as wide as the mat, walking your hands forward or wrapping them around your body, allowing the hips to be heavy as you reach down into the mat. The chest lifts forward, the head is heavy, arms are heavy, breath returns to steady. Allow yourself to observe that breath as you come into stillness, resting in your child's pose. Welcome gentle movement back into your body, slowly making your way up to sit. Just finding a comfortable seat at the top of your mat. Bringing your hands onto your knees, rolling your shoulders back so the chest is open. Bring the shoulder blades down so the neck is free. And allow the breath to come in and leave as you observe. Just notice your body, notice your breath, notice the thoughts that come up as you sit. And then allow yourself to be completely present with what is happening right here and right now. Bringing your hands together in prayer, sealing your practice, giving thanks for these moments spent freeing your energy. I thank you for sharing your practice with me and for allowing me to share mine with you. From my heart to yours, I wish you peace and presence.